Yeah.
Hello, America.
Multiple times.
Welcome to the Ad Hominem Attack Show. Today's guest, a real Renaissance man.
Real Ren and Stimpy man.
A real Renaissance man, a real rock and roller. Please welcome to the stage, Sean Jaundice, everybody.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's it. Just good.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'm out.
Sean Jaundice, ladies and gentlemen. No. We go ahead, Paul.
Oh, I'm just taking in your theatrical.
Who do you think said that first?
Said
The Renaissance
Oh,
man.
it was Josh Morrow.
You sure?
I guarantee you. Yeah, because remember he used to say it every time at LBT.
Yeah, but I felt like there was someone before him who might have said that.
Man, no, it was totally a real rock and roller, real Renaissance man. I'm trying to do my Josh Morrow impression.
For the longest time I thought
very genuine too, wasn't he?
Probably. Well, I mean, professional, maybe not genuine.
Yeah.
For the longest time I thought it was Joe Whalen, just because he used to work at a Renaissance. Because that's the only way he'd know that word.
Yeah.
It's real tight inside here.
When we just dug into him for like 4 hours on the patio.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Which time? There's been multiple instances.
We went into his college history.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like really tried
That he graduated.
Yeah.
Cum laude.
Magna cum farts. And he was in a fraternity.
Yeah, he was in a frat.
And his frat was completely against hazing. So when they did like hazing, it was like I don't even remember. He gave us like
He gave us the runaround to fucking tell us that
I don't even know if it's a runaround.
He was just trying to deny that he's ever picked up hot dogs with his ass cheek.
He admitted to swimming across the Quads Lake with an ass candle lit, but I mean, that's how he got the nickname Joe Ass Candle Whalen.
Wasn't there some weird swimming thing though?
I don't recall. I try to zone out.
I can't remember at all any of the stuff he told us.
I do. What was the big burn you had against him at your bachelor party? That was quite.
There's so many good Joe Whalen ones on there. There was when we all hit land from canoeing, and then our friend Jesse comes paddling a canoe by himself in the back, with Joe just flopped in the middle of it, like he's in a giant beanbag chair. You know what I mean? Like, this is the best I could get, and like just Jesse paddling his ass, and then they pulled up, and I was like, well, here's Jesse, the new dad, and his giant baby. But that was more visual.
Yeah, he is a burden to everybody.
My favorite thing on that, and I wish I could remember the name of it. He made some dumb joke when we're sitting out by the fire about like him writing his own autobiography, and I was like, "What would the name of that be?" And he wouldn't tell us, and we're like, "Why?" And he's just like, "'Cause you guys might steal it." And it's like, all right, well, first off, like
I would call it Joe's Whalings.
Well, it gets so much better, but it's like, yeah, you know what? There's a good chance I am going to write my own autobiography, and I'm sure whatever fucking nugget you dug up for yours will fit. It'll just fit like a glove. But like an hour later, we're inside just like partying, maybe even 2 hours, and Joe walks up and he's like, "Do you want to know what it'd be?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "The name of my autobiography." And I was just like, "Fuck, that was 2 hours ago." Like, how would you think that you walking up and saying that to me at my bachelor party, A, would track from like that long ago, and B, that I'm like, absolutely, Joe. Let me just stop having fun inviting all of my friends to this thing. But I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Explain.
It would probably be Joe Whalen, a whale of a tail.
Polishing a turd.
Polishing a
Joe
turd.
Whalen story.
A napping life.
Explain Joe a little bit for somebody.
I assumed anyone who listened to this
Yeah,
had to
exactly.
only be like close friends.
Pretty much. More or less. I mean,
Well.
Joe, for those that don't know, Joe is a slovenly fellow
Yeah.
who did comedy. I don't know if he's retired officially.
Yeah, you know what? If you said did comedy, both of those words need their own separate quotes. You know what I mean? Like maybe he still does. And was it comedy?
He was just a character.
He'll do anything for money but work.
Yeah, basically.
He shit in front of us for money.
Oh yes, that's right.
A negligible
Yes.
amount of
Oh,
money.
yes.
Not so much money that why wouldn't
$6.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
What was this?
and it
house?
started out at like
No, no,
10
no,
and we started taking it away.
So Sean had a party one time, and he has a toilet. Go ahead. I mean,
Like one of those, around here they call them Parma toilets.
it's just in the basement.
Yeah,
It's
just-
a finished basement, and you
just a-
hooked it up to like a toilet. You know.
Okay.
Not like in the center of the
Yeah.
basement, like in a giant open room with one
Yeah.
dangling light above
It's
it.
not like
It's
on
like
the
tucked away.
fireplace.
Yeah. It's not like that's, there's a couch about 10 feet back and then a toilet in front of it.
About this story. Yeah.
So, I dared him to shit in there for money. You know what I mean? Not in front of everyone either. I'm like, I bet you couldn't do it for like $20. And he's like, yeah, I can. So then when it wasn't even $20. I started at $5, but then other people threw in.
It wasn't that much money.
But people started taking money away when he wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
So when we finally put money down, it was like $20 we like begged, borrowed, and stole out of people at this basement party. And he's like, all right. And then as we sat and waited for like a half hour, we started taking money away.
Everybody's like
Because he's sitting there with his pants off, just
Here's the thing.
trying
No,
to
we
work
had-
the turd.
yeah.
No, I'm a gentleman. I had a Toxic Avenger cardboard standout for him to sort of sit behind.
You can see like his face,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was.
Like, people kept walking in. Like, what's going on here? It's like, we're just watching Joe paying Joe money to take a shit.
When you put it that way, it sounds tawdry.
What kind of bawdy house are you running, sir?
How would you feel if that was the whole reason for the party? It wasn't the comedy bullshit I set up before. It was just like, I know I can get everyone to watch Joe Whalen.
Yeah.
The only way I can finish is if I watch Joe Whalen sort of shit in front of everyone.
Yeah, so like it kept. He was having performance anxiety, as one would, I guess.
Yeah,
having
right.
the shit in front of everybody, and meanwhile, people are just yelling, come on, Joe, fucking form a turd, fucking, what are you
Yeah.
doing, motherfucker?
I mean, to shit anytime you're not like, man, I really have to shit, is a chore
Yeah.
to begin with.
I agree, but he accepted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not a matter of like.
So it's not just.
We
shit in
didn't
front
be
of-
like, hey, it's here's $20 to eventually take a shit down here. Because it's like I do that all the time for free.
It's also shit on command.
Yeah, his asshole probably looked like the mouth of a giant squid at the end of the night.
I'll tell you what, I guarantee you his asshole looks like the asshole of a man who's never worked a day in his goddamn life.
Oh, you think he's got a pristine shitter?
If I was going to eat out of someone's asshole, it would not be Joe Whalen's because I guarantee you he does not bathe. And if his back end looks anything like the top end, it's probably a lot of hair.
It's just full of free food.
So, so eventually he does shit in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, but it's just like a rabbit turd.
Yeah, it's a little nugget. So, we had to give it to him. And long story short, the next day I'm cleaning up, he left the fucking money sitting there. After like an hour of us just staring at him. Just as he's like, broke, I don't have a job. This was after we made a benefit for him for some reason.
I think it was before.
Really?
Yeah. Not that it matters.
How did we-
I mean, there's no.
How do you think that you could raise money for him
I
at
did.
Lakewood Village Tavern?
The shaving the beard.
But like watching him shit couldn't even get $20. I'm like, what more do you? We watch him shit on stage all the time. It's not.
I attest that the funniest thing in the world would be somebody's doing their act.
The way that he leaves the money.
Yeah.
The whole thing was for money, and then he forgot about it.
He got punched. Remember? Well, that was a second benefit. You're right. There was more than one benefit. There was one a shave the whale thing, and then
shave the whale. I forgot about shave the whale.
Yeah.
Man, this whole podcast has been about Joe. No one knows Joe, and Joe hasn't been on here.
Yeah, well, whatever. They're funny stories.
I love Joe.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. It's one of these things like well, you're right. Yeah. I wouldn't lend him money.
I'd be happy to see him if I saw him.
Yeah, I love him like a distant relative.
Yeah.
I defended Joe for a long time because I had only kind of met him like back and forth between Columbus, so I didn't ever have to deal with like the daily rides and cigarettes and beer and anything that anyone in the group had.
He had a car the whole time too.
But I actually
it's true.
I saw him.
It was a Lotus.
Yeah.
He had a $300,000 car.
He killed doing the comedy portion of a comedy and burlesque show in Columbus.
Look, man, if I see a guy fall off a trapeze, that's the best fucking trapeze act I've ever seen. And no one's going to beat it. So, like, I'm just saying, you saying Joe killed? Yay!
No, because you guys heard him develop those jokes. And heard them day in, day out. But he's got like 4.5.
He developed a joke the same way someone develops like gout or like high cholesterol.
4.5 minutes that travels.
Oh man. I have always viewed Joe Whalen as like he's a friend, but I also feel he's like just a figment of like part of nature. You know what I mean? Like rain or like sun. He's just like a guy who shows up and then he's like kind of a lightning rod for you to kind of like rip on him because he's sort of like I can't even explain him. It just sounds mean and bullying without seeing him.
He's like a happy goblin. He's like a goblin that you're happy to see sometimes.
No, he's more like he's like a hobo that you're friends with, and his clothes change, and he doesn't really ask for money, you know what I mean? But he also shows up with nothing but empty pockets and an appetite. Right?
He does have a bindle that he used to carry around.
But he's lovable, too. Sure. You know what I mean?
He's like one of those ceramic hobo statues with, like, the rosy cheeks. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's delightful. But, like, not if you had to fucking have
a lot of times those little...
off in a car.
Like those things look like children, though, and that's what really gets me.
Yeah, the big dumb cherub ones. Yeah, my mom had those little statues for a while.
Who was the little guy in Labyrinth that... got stuck in the bog of eternal stench?
No, I've never seen Labyrinth, really.
No.
And you were in a glam band in high school.
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen it, like, sat down and watched it all the way.
Hogwarts or something.
Oh, is that the little tiny caterpillar thing?
No, I know what you're talking about, but I'm bad with names. And what's really weird is I went to college with that gnome.
Chomsky.
Cannot remember his name. No, gnome with a G. Gnome Chomsky. If I knew a goddamn thing about him, I would have inserted a joke right there. Probably about riding on the back of a fox like David the Gnome.
Oh, David the Gnome. I remember David the Gnome.
Yeah, you went to high school with him, right?
Yeah.
I know who that is. It's the guy from all the memes, right? Noam Chomsky.
Noam Chomsky.
I have several Noam Chomsky books that I've never read that sit on my bookshelf to make me seem like an intellectual.
An intellectual? You sound more like Noam. Chomsky.
Like when Homer puts on his glasses to make him seem smarter.
I haven't had allergies in fucking so long, and then just got them this season. And they're not like pouring out of my head; they're like pouring down my throat.
Oh, yeah.
So like every so often, I'm just like for like out of nothing. I already took some, but it's 24-hour and like gets you drowsy, which I mean, sure, the mushrooms will counterbalance, but I don't think the weed or the beer will.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, so.
What, you can't admit to doing mushrooms on a podcast?
No, I don't.
Even there's finger quotes? But what do you can admit to any crime that no one can link you to on something like this.
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're like saying you murdered somebody. It's like, I once bought fireworks within the statute of limitations and blew it off in city limits. Come get me.
The Husker do's, some Husker don'ts.
Tijuana toilet crackers.
Yeah, we had a fun. We always have a 4th of July party at your house. It's always fun. It's a little family tradition.
The last two really came together like real quick out of nowhere. Last year's we literally got back from our honeymoon a day late because the airline, decided that we weren't going to make anything on time, and then decided that the only thing we could do would be either fly to Columbus and drive here, which would have got us back 1 hour sooner than if we just slept at a hotel for 4 hours and took another flight.
That's what you get for
Uzbekistan. We got. Well, I mean, that's where she wanted to go on her honeymoon. You only get 1 or 2.
Show me the Kazakh mountains, baby.
But we got back like at noon that day, so it was like just a giant
4th of July.
Yeah, on that last 4th of July, like after a mid-Atlantic flight, and like being almost up for 48 hours, at a point. And then I took a ton of mushrooms. That is a true fact.
Yeah.
And then my wife's like, you're not good with mushrooms. And it's like, we were on a plane 12 hours ago. Like, how do you I get no credit for nothing. It's not like, wow, he's actually handling all of these drugs well, despite all of what just happened and then a party. No, it's like, remember when you got mad that everyone was being loud at midnight on a Wednesday in your backyard and you made everyone go inside? You were out of control.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, you got pissed. Like, somebody was jumping a ladder or something like that.
Here's what. Oh, well, no, that was.
I don't remember.
No, that was like, I was like, you can just hop a fence to get in the park. And then when I'm trying to round everyone up, like Morrow and 2 other people didn't hop the fence into the park. They hopped the fence into my neighbor's fucking yard, where you can clearly see it's the same fence you would hop over to get into the park. So I'm like, what's the end game, guys? Like, you're hopping this fence to hop a fence? That was great, though. I did love that they did that. I'm like, guys, just fine. What? Come on. You're all in your 30s.
Yeah.
No, what happened was, and I love the story. These like people bought the house that was like next to us that someone abandoned, and not even abandoned. It was like they lost the mortgage and then still could live there for 10 years, somehow making payments, but they were liars. So they moved out in the middle of the night.
Sure.
This other family buys it about 6 months later. To this day, this is 2 years ago, I've never really seen them out of the house other than getting in or out of a vehicle.
Well,
they own a fenced-in yard and everything. But so from the moment the people moved out of that house until these people moved in, there was like a floodlight in their backyard just pointing at the whole yard.
Yeah.
So if you're out there at night, like just, trying to like enjoy yourself, it's as bright as the goddamn day.
Oh, and like it's even on both sides.
Right. I mean, I get a little block from their garage, but it's not pleasant. So these people buy it, and I'm like, oh, cool, they'll take care of it. No. Another year goes by with that light on.
Yeah.
It went out for 2 days, and I was like ecstatic. And then I was like, I imagine they're like, oh, I guess that's what this switch does. And I put it back up.
Damn you, LEDs.
So on that 4th of July, where we flew back on our honeymoon, my story is not about the honeymoon. My story is not about our wedding that was 2 weeks before there. It was about at midnight, or right when the fireworks went off, about 10, they still had that light on. Somewhere around midnight, 11, I don't know, they turned it off and like realized like, oh, we're gonna put this off. And I was like, oh, cool. We're all hanging out in my yard, and it's late on a work day. I mean, not for me, but for Norms. And that light like comes out, but then their side light comes on about 2 hours later. And bear in mind, I'm on mushrooms with no sleep. But in my head, I'm like, I wonder if they turn that on, like, hey, you guys are being kind of loud. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So, in my head. So I turned to everyone. I was like, all right, guys, we got to go inside. Or be quiet. And everyone started, like, being quiet for about 10 minutes. And then they were also on mushrooms, so they started yelling within another 10 minutes. And then I literally just, like, at the top of my lungs, like, everyone's going to go inside.
Oh, yeah.
And then everyone went inside, and then I went downstairs and watched, like, pro wrestling or something. Then came upstairs about an hour later and, you know, sort of sober. But the next day I was like, I don't really like seeing you on mushrooms. But that light was on for a solid 3 years of my life. And they finally turned it out of courtesy that day. And then the minute I felt we might have broke that courtesy by being too loud and they put a side light on, it was like, no, That light's never been on since, though.
What a polite gentleman you are, taking into account your neighbor's feelings.
You know what? If they don't, someone doesn't give me shit, I will never give them shit. Yeah, no, I will stand by anyone who stands by me. It's that sort of like, if there's a thing like, hey, you're letting me know maybe this isn't cool over there, you'll get it back in spades. Just don't be a dick on the weird times when I'm like,
see, all these people that would cross the street where you were walking down the sidewalk, just know that he would carry your groceries for you.
But you'd have to carry mine.
Yeah, eventually.
It 100% has to come back once in a while, though.
And suck your dick every now and again.
I mean, if you want me to suck yours, it's got to go the other way. That's the whole thing. I've always had a thing where it's like I would eat any, like Rocky Mountain oysters, whatever you want, if I saw one or two people eat it before me. There's no way you're like, hey, here's some Rocky Mountain oysters. Those are like, what are they like?
They're deep fried bull testicles.
Yeah, I almost said ox testicles, like an idiot, but
they'll be fine.
But no, but still, if you just handed me those right now, no fucking way.
Yeah.
But if I watched you two eat them, sure, why not? You know what I mean? One of those like
this is roundabout way for.
I think watching, it would be even worse.
No, but well, first of all, we should pick something other than Rocky Mountain oysters, because I bet you they're delicious.
Well, my next thing was going to be balut, that the egg with like the bird embryo in it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
My wife's mom she says she's seen her eat one of those. I would if I saw one of you guys eat it. Just because here's the thing, I'd do it just to be like, come on, guys, like that part on like What was that old Joe Rogan show, Fear Factor? Yeah. Like on Fear Factor where they're like, eat this. They're not giving you goddamn arsenic or like mouse traps. They're giving you shit that's edible, and some of it's stuff people eat.
Like a horse tongue?
Yeah, but sure, why not? But
goat penis. All the bugs creep me the fuck.
So that's not right. Well, you're a puss. You're a big time puss. But like a normal person would realize like they're not gonna have a thing that's gonna kill me.
I don't
just the look.
I don't think the fucking I saw the one, they had like these cave-dwelling spiders that were like little tiny crab things. Ugh, man. Yeah. And they were trying to eat them, and it was like grabbing onto the dude's lip like fucking... I'm surprised I didn't get PETA called on them more.
To be fair, I would honestly, after all of this, if you pissed into a tank of Candiru in front of me, I would probably... I mean, I mean, Deperna did it. It's like... I guess what I'm saying is, if you jumped off a bridge, or someone did in front of me, I would eat that bridge.
I was just thinking, I don't think I could eat tongue. I would be scared, like, thinking about it, I feel like I would have an irrational fear that I would get confused and start chewing on my own tongue.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Because it would be like
that's also why you don't make out with people, right?
No, that's because nobody wants to.
Or like
I love lingua, beef tongue, in Mexican food. Super good.
I'm sure
super good.
I'll try whatever, man. Like food wise, I don't because you know, Sarah's
It's not like you get it and it's a giant tongue. Like, they cook it like regular meat.
You can't tell what it is. Like, because I eat all that fucking shit, you know what I mean? And, like, the more, like, exotic shit I'll try. Like, I don't give a fuck. just get
I know.
diarrhea.
I know, your old lady's Asian.
Yeah, exactly.
The more exotic, the better.
Exactly. Oh, I'm pretty sure her mom tried to poison me one time, but no, she was she didn't try to poison me. It's just that like she makes kimchi and stuff, and like she was like every time I'm there, like she like feeds me shit, and it's like good, you know. And I imagine that like people don't in Streetsboro, Ohio, people aren't too kind to her, so I try to be nice to her, and she's a nice lady. And she fed me some of this like kimchi or whatever, and I was like straight like pissing out my ass for about like 6 hours.
And then now you are happy that everyone treats her bad in Streetsboro?
No,
What was that part of the story?
Because like she'll just like fucking feed me shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like and she likes me. Like we have a banter because you know. Nobody fucking. I remember it'd be weird to live in like a podunk town as like a foreigner who doesn't speak English very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I imagine it's probably like the perfect scenario if you don't speak a lick of English and you live around a bunch of people you don't respect at all.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're just like, oh, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah,
like, old Toothless don't like me. Because you just make up names for them, like fucking Jane Goodall with chimps. You know what I mean? You'd be like some sort of like real world sociologist, or you know what I mean? Like, just. I with my wife, you know, when we were dating, I'd be like, look at that piece of trash, and then she'd laugh, and then now it's just like, well, why are they a piece of trash? And I have to dissect like why I would consider this person just by looking at them. And yeah, if you want to humanize people, there's a reason everyone's like something, but I prefer to just look out a window and just do a light judging.
Yeah.
You know, usually kind of alright.
Chest over there is beating his wife again.
Yeah, just something.
Yeah, you were talking about going to West Virginia, right?
Yeah. I went a couple of weekends ago to take my dad's ashes back to like where he grew up.
The holler.
To throw them in the river.
In the creek.
No, it was a river. There's like a dam. It's they're 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it was a like decent fishing and shit like that. Right.
So you're from
now it's all rusted out and there's just garbage everywhere.
But you're originally from West Virginia?
my
Honestly,
dad
if I wasn't
is.
holding this, I wouldn't. I feel too much like I've got to be
on.
Yeah, if it was like sitting there, I'd feel more like we're talking. But that's why I keep really like.
Yeah, we don't.
Sorry to listeners, I keep like making eye contact, like right.
We
don't have enough stands.
That's all right. Go ahead. Continue with your story.
I'm glad though that you're the one who's got the stand though.
Yeah.
He's on the board. He's the board on.
Yeah, I guess that's how it works, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
To be fair, he figured out the weird Chinese mixer by himself, so he can be first chair.
It was me and YouTube working together.
See, I googled like that brand or whatever, and it was just some weird dude playing DJ effects.
Yeah, he's annoying. He's not a good YouTuber.
No, not at all. He looked like Jerry Jaffe.
Yeah, but where we went is right around the corner from like the house, like where the family, you know, like all my aunts and uncles and everybody's lived there at some point. But it's like new people now, and it is like a holler, and there's like a small gravel road, and there's like 5 or 10 houses off of it, and the people, like, soon as we pulled into there, like at the bottom of the hill, people came pulling up, like they just sit and wait for people to pull into that road.
Wow. Just
to be like, hey, what do you need, or what are you doing here? So we explained to him, like, this used to be our grandma's house and shit like that, and we followed this kid up the hill, and it was like this young guy and this even younger girl, and I made the joke to my brother, like, do you think those two are married? And then we get up there, and they get out of the truck, and they get there's 2 little kids following them.
It's like Gummo.
Yeah, calling the girl mama. She couldn't have been more than 16.
I mean, for all you know, they were a classic children in the attic or flowers in the attic scenario.
Yeah.
You know?
Except for...
Sure, the two brothers and sisters were married, but those kids weren't theirs. That's mama's secret shame.
The
attic.
The dad was there.
No one in a holler's got an attic. Those are shed kids.
Yeah, the dad greeted us, and just a shirtless hillbilly with like countless bald eagle tattoo, like all American.
That man is also the mayor of that holler.
Yeah, he is. He's at the top of the hill.
Mayor Ezekiel.
Yeah, the house that looks down on the rest of the holler. Just rebel flags, like everything that you would expect. It was just awful.
Would you, just as an aside, like if there was some dude hanging out, I feel that like the further south you get, the more people you see without shirts. Like people.
This, by the way,
well,
this is not south. This is West Virginia, correct?
Yeah.
West Virginia seceded from the Confederacy. So not only are they north of the Mason-Dixon line, that is about as northern as it should get, even though it's completely backwoods.
All right, old hickory. Thanks for the.
I'm just saying, you're like the more south you get shirtless.
From here, from Cleveland.
Oh well.
I was just gonna say you don't see people with their shirts
I
off.
think once you go south of $25,000 a year, you start seeing less shirts. It's more, you want to keep dropping it down. I bet a lot of $9,000 a year walk around shirtless and proud.
Also overlooking, it is closer to the equator.
He is right. The man's right.
It is just
So anyways, get to the story part where you dumped your dad's ashes. We keep stepping on like a nice poignant story just to make fun of heel jacks.
It's really just a story about me being a detached piece of shit, because the whole ride there I was trying to think of something funny to say when we threw him in the water. Cause soon as we walked over and I opened the box and it's in a bag, like just the ashes are in this bag, and there's like a I remember if it was like tied in a knot, or it might have just been like a bread type thing, but I broke it off.
Well, hey, this is why West Virginia is going bankrupt. Affording twist ties for all their dust corpses.
Yeah.
Tying a knot. The carnies at the fair put a live animal in a bag and a knot. They don't even use a twist tie. Come on.
Well, I didn't know when you.
This is a human being here. You take those weird yellow ones you get back from the garbage bags, the ones that got the triangular pegs. That's for a human. A human you know. Other than that, you just reuse one of them wire ones.
I would have just burned it shut like you do a cigarette cellophane.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
No, they're still heavy.
Yeah.
I tried that joke on my brother and my uncle, like, oh, this fat fuck is still heavy as ashes. But I opened it and I didn't know, like, because when I pictured spreading ashes before I ever did it, I pictured like them floating through the air and shit like that, like just and a nice breeze, you know.
And you pictured throwing people's ashes almost every day, if I'm not correct.
Well, any time it came up,
in polite conversation.
Particular group of people.
No, because
was it anything like in The Big Lebowski?
No, that's probably my full, like, why I pictured it blowing through the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was worried, like, I don't want to get any on me and shit like that. Yeah. But then when we got there, my uncle pointed out several times that the bag is biodegradable. Mm-hmm. So what they want you to do is throw the entire bag in and then just let it, degrade. And
just throw it in and biodegrade.
Yeah.
It's biodegradable, so let it biodegrade.
Right. But I opened it and I just wound up and like just tossed it underhand as hard as I could out into the
Softball
water.
style.
You gave
Softball
Rosie
style.
O'Donnell in the League of Her Own.
You gave it the old Peggy Hill.
Well, when it hit the water, it did make a nice, like it hit and a puff of ashes came out.
Nice.
And then it kind of sank and you could see the ashes spreading through the water. But there were like a lot of bubbles still coming up.
Like you thought he might be alive in there?
Yeah, that's what I said. Because my uncle goes, well, I don't know if you guys want to say anything. I mean, I still miss him. And then I slapped my brother on the shoulder and said, "It looks like there's bubbles, man. I think he's still breathing."
I'm sorry I stepped on that.
Jump in and grab him.
God damn. I had a.
He said, "Jesus Christ, dude."
Was it awkward after
my
that?
uncle just walked away.
Oh,
no,
wow.
he laughed.
Did anyone
but,
say anything like really heartfelt? Like something that made you a little. I'm not saying repeat it, but.
Dad died.
No, what's that?
Your dad didn't recently die, did he?
No, we've had the ashes just kind of sitting in my uncle's living room.
Wait, what living
for
room?
8 years or something in a box.
Oh,
it was in,
okay.
a nice thing.
Yeah.
But I did go over once.
In a nice box, a regifted
right after
box.
they had moved one time, I went over and there was like the PlayStation was like just sitting on top of it, and I was like, we really should probably do something with that.
Wow.
Like he just became part of the furniture for like 8 years.
That's weird, man. Like I remember my grandma used to have all these urns, and there was no ashes in them, but I assume at one point there were.
Our dog just passed. Well, I just put him down, and we got to pick those ashes up.
Yeah.
And we got like a letter from the vet, and my wife was like, this was after we put him down and had him burned, and I knew it was the letter, like, come pick it up. And she was like, we got a letter from the vet, and I was like, would they find a cure? And she did not think it was funny at all. But that's like, it's solid, like. And then, then like 2 days later, she's like, we got to pick up your dog's ashes. I'm like, you can do whatever you want. I'm not picking up my dog's ashes. I'm thinking I'm putting that on a family member. I can't do it.
Yeah.
He's the closest thing I got to a baby besides my baby.
Yeah.
But my baby's alive and my dog's dead.
When my aunt had her dog cremated, she sent my cousin to pick it up, and they brought it out, and he goes, we just brought her in to get her nails clipped.
That's great.
And that girl that worked there was like, stepped back, like she like it fucked her up for a second. He was like, no, I'm kidding.
My favorite thing to say to a clerk, or like whatever their just banter they always say back, is if I buy a 6-pack and they're like, do you want a bag? Without fail, I'm like, nah, I'm just going to drink it in the parking lot. Usually gets a laugh. It's like a dad joke, but it's a solid, like.
I hate when
and you see those dudes drinking that beer in a parking lot.
I hate when they always. It's like, I bought gum, coffee, and water. I don't need a fucking bag in this transaction. I shouldn't need to tell you that I don't.
Just go vote Bernie, pussy. I'm like, give me 3 bags, 1 for each. Give me a separate bag for each piece of my gum.
I want 20 cellophane bags.
I want
individually wrapped
in their own bag. I want 1 for each article of clothing I'm wearing, because I'm probably gonna get diarrheas on each of them.
Whenever I buy something that costs $169, I always want to say at least.
Anytime I change 69 on anything, I want to make eye contact with that person, like they're like, right? But I feel like if it comes up like $6.66, you're supposed to, everyone's supposed to think it's like cool, but 69 just gets thrown under the bus.
Yeah, it does.
And I get it, you need 1 extra. What if the whole bill's $69.69? That means everyone at the table has to try to orally please one another.
Is that
the rarity?
Double 69s?
I don't know, maybe that'd be a 69.96. No, wait, 96 is when you just jerk off back to back. like your butt would be behind my head. My head would be behind your butt, but we're talking about 96ing.
96ing.
Yeah, you'd be like jerking off back to back. right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but like in a different like. This is all visual podcast listener. You know what I mean? So it'd be like some sort of weird jerk off.
It'd be like ass to ass, like milking each other like a cow.
I want to see you and you butt to butt.
Ryan's like,
What movie was that from?
I was gone for a minute, and you guys are jerking off back to back.
We were just figuring out the schematics of a 96.
That movie is Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream. I hate that movie except for you and you butt to butt, and then same guy, same person. One of the best lines in movie history, where he pulls his dick out and he's like, "I know it's pretty, but I didn't bring it out for air." It's so fucking. I think it's the same guy from They Live.
Roddy Ryder Piper?
No, no, we're talking about a black man from Requiem for a Dream, not deceased, rest in peace, pro wrestler legend, heel champ supreme, Rowdy Roderick Piper. We're talking about the other guy from
I've
They
never
Live.
seen They Live, but I have seen the comparison. There was a South Park episode where they had the two crippled kids fight, and I guess they did it exactly like.
Oh, the same fight. It's a brutal fight.
It's the
and the highlight of the movie. I literally just watched They Live the other day, and there's like a part where like I started watching it with my wife, and she leaves the room because why would you? You know. But the best is they get to the end and they fight like whatever. He calls some alien lady without the sunglasses. He's like, look at this ugly person, and then she calls the police on her phone. Yet they end up like somehow wandering into their main base during like a banquet involving heads of state. They just walk past security. But they end up running into this homeless guy that they lived with when they were homeless, who now for some reason, not explained at all, not only is at the benefit wearing a tuxedo, but is now a higher up in the organization. So this hobo, like 2 days ago, is like, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the facility. And he walks them, he shows them like two things. Bear in mind, this whole facility just is concrete tunnels. And then they walk into a room where it's not like the door opens and then here's a banquet hall. It's like, what's in this door? And then now we're in a banquet hall. So obviously it could just lead to anything. He's like, check this out. They turn a corner, and then people in suits just walk up onto this like platform, and it shows them teleport to different planets in outer space. Like in front of them. Just blank open space with this teleporter thing. Well, hold on. And they're like, yeah, all right, cool. And then the guy's like, hold on. Let me show you to the piece de resistance. A fucking 1992 WKRP soundstage in California. It was like he fucking showed some sort of, here's the universe, you can teleport to here and other dimensions. But wait, I've saved the best for last. A completely modern, current television studio. It was the fucking, I like literally turned to my wife who wasn't there. I was like, right? And now you guys are like the fifth people I've told this. It's insane. Like, even if you're a hobo who is now some part of this giant conspiracy of aliens. Yeah, how did you not at one point think like, I should end the tour with the Interstellar Airport, not the fucking KBBL.
Yeah, you really deconstructed that movie that wasn't supposed to make sense.
I did a bunch of drugs.
It doesn't seem like it's an easy one to find.
No, it's pretty popular. I watched that movie.
It's on Hulu. Hulu or Netflix? That's how we just
that
watch
movie,
it.
and what's the movie?
That's
that fight is amazing.
Of easy to find
that fight is amazing.
It would have to be. Oh no, it's right behind you.
What's the movie with? It's like it's Night of the Living Dead, but it's from the '80s, and it's the word the army. It's not Night of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead?
Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, Return of the Living Dead.
I watched the Return of the Living Dead and They Live back to back while I was smoking K2, like when I was a kid one time, and it was fucking the worst experience of my life.
Dude, no one skied the K2 and lived.
Not Kilimanjaro, sir.
Return of the Living Dead's amazing.
Yeah,
that is like
like it would be cool, but I can't watch it because I was fucking.
It's like a punk rock masterpiece.
Yeah.
I watched it when I was like way too young, like 8 or 9 or 10, maybe 10 or 11, and it was like way too like, oh, here's like zombies and you can't kill them at all. And then they can trick you into sending more people for them to eat, and the only way to stop them is by nuking the town. And then the smoke from that nuke makes more zombies. Yeah. It was like, as a child, you're like, what the?
Oh, yeah.
But then you watch back, and then there's lines where it's just like, these whips and chains, this isn't a style, this is a way of life.
I don't remember anything about it.
It's also hilarious.
What happened with those movies? They like split off Night of the Living Dead between, like, they each took part of the title. It was
if you have listeners, I'm sure one of them will get mad, but I think one of them was, Romero, the writer director, and I think the other guy was like the cinematographer, and then he had another. They both had credits to it, so they could use Living Dead. But one went to the Return part, and the other was the Living. And there's a part in that first Return of the Living Dead where they're like, I don't know, something about like a satellite, because at the end of original Night of the Living Dead, the news reports say something about a satellite crashing.
Yeah, it's a weird. They both like split off into their own series of sequels.
It's what's weird too is the first Return of the Living Dead was like kind of punk rock, and it was like 84, 84 or 5. And then the second one was all hair metal. Like, they were all fucking like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, and then it was like 87, 88. Yeah. And then the third one was like 92, and it was all grunge. She was like a cutter and like dressed in like, yeah. And all three of them were pretty all right,
I feel like
they got subsequently worse, but... yeah, there's like Rave to the Grave was one of the last ones.
Yeah, there's a shit ton.
Rave to the Grave, and it was only like 3 years ago when I think people stopped raving in like 1998, maybe?
Did you ever see...
Liberally 1998?
I think the Romero
That's when it got to the mid-America.
The Romero ones, they did like Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
All the way up to like the last one was Land
fairly
of
recent.
the Dead or something like that.
This is such a, like... I rarely cue into this horrible part of my nature, but in that new Glow Netflix show, they go to the movies, and it shows 3 movies from 1985, and then they fucking put Dawn of the Dead up there when Day of the Dead came out in 1995. And to my wife, I'm like, Dawn of the Dead was like 1970. No, And then I had to like show her on my phone. They had to mean Day of the Dead. Because it came out in 85.
I always forget you're a closet fucking nerd.
Yeah, but it's... when in the day, it was kind of hard to be one.
Well, you were saying that.
Yeah, it was like you really...
guys are much older than me, so...
Well, I mean, but honestly, when you're like 12 without the internet compared to 12 with the internet, it's a different beast.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what makes us better than you. But it was like when
off alone is a whole different.
You appreciated what you had.
Yeah,
whatever porn you found in the woods, or I found one like from someone threw something away in a see-through garbage bag, which I was like, come on, man, you knew what you were doing.
This wasn't even like when I was a kid. This was when we were in college, but my buddy had to do community service. And he found a bunch of DVDs. It was Fatties, Rhymes, and Dimes 8 by one B Pumper, Brian Pumper, a poet of our generation. He has a rap song or video. Oh, that should be our outro. The fucking B Pumper doing a lot video. But like Pat was like, this is so funny, blah blah blah. And this was like 2008. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I don't think Pornhub was there was no like streaming sites. It was all like
in 2008. There weren't streaming sites.
There weren't streaming sites. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008 to like two. It was before that. It was before there were streaming sites, so it was like Panda
Let's
movies.
let's
kind of jerk off on the previews of like the fucking.
Oh yeah,
All right. Shot.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, the pay sites where they would have until you played like
until they got wise. They got wise. Like maybe we shouldn't give the cum shot away for free here.
Yeah.
You can download to your Windows Media Player.
That's when they started only previewing like the interview with like short snippets, like 2-second clips of like fucking.
Right.
Like they do a lot of those where they interview the girl, then cut that in for like just a second, and then go back. Like, but it's mostly interview.
I remember when 2 Girls, 1 Cup came out. I was like 6 years jaded to that point. I was like, I watched a chick fucking make herself puke and then fuck herself with it. Like I literally did, and that was with like broadband, like me downloading. Like I guess I'll see what this is. Oh, yeah. And then when I have a party at 19, like, hey guys, you want to see something real gross? And then that's where you make your friends like Smilac, because.
Useless Junk. Do you remember Useless Junk?
Most of mine was like Rotten.com, but I can't even remember the porn site names. But there's still some holdouts. If you're like
you're a connoisseur.
Not even a connoisseur. If you're someone who checks out porn once a month, but always has, there's some names that have stuck around since the mid '90s. Where you're like, how are you still fucking?
R.I.P. R.I.P. Milf Hunter. R.I.P.
Is that guy dead?
He ain't around. He's hunting MILFs in heaven.
I heard a MILF killed him with her Barb. I should have said a MILF named Barb killed him.
Yeah, the MILF hunter. Well, yeah, why don't you don't have to turn it off? Just set it down and walk away. It's fine. You don't have to do nothing. Mike in Brazil, remember that one?
Mike in Brazil. It's like you're naming an old friend.
Those casting.
There was an apartment one too.
Oh, it was We Live Together.
Oh, mate, no. I'm not saying that isn't one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
The casting couch ones are just like casting couch. Right?
Brutal.
Oh yeah, they're all fucking.
There was a German guy.
German guy is.
I don't buy.
I don't know how
shit.
many of them were real.
Some of them, like,
none of them. Those casting couch things, man. They're either A, fucking bullshit. They're picking up girls who are already porn stars, or B, that's legitimate, and now this girl does porn. Because I've seen casting couch girls regular in the same the same guy. Well, I know his face is blurry.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if you just had a blurry face. He's like, I can't. Damn it, Johnny! I can't get a job. I got this blurry fucking face.
It's like it's traced back to that blurry Japanese genome, the pubes, blurry pube genome. You just catch it. He went down too hard on a blurry pubed Asian girl. Yeah. And now it's all face.
The link between those is Bigfoot.
Oh. Like his feet are blurry? Or he's all blurry.
Yeah.
You can't see him, he's blurry.
Bigfoot's it's a Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Bigfoot is blurry. And that's the fucking problem. Mitch Hedberg is a genius.
Yeah, sort of, except he basically did exactly what Stephen Wright did, exactly to the T, completely the same. And I think he's funny, but he was cooler. Exactly. That's about it. But yeah,
I don't know if that's the.
I'd rather listen to him than Stephen Wright, but I'm like, when everyone's like he's such a genius, I'm like that's a.
I bet
it's a type of comedy that's been worn in, but he jumped in and did it good.
I bet there was a one-liner guy before Stephen Wright.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there were.
But it was, when he was one of the first one-line non sequitur, it's just all random. There wasn't a ton of that. Yeah, it was and then just real what was this one joke that was in The Simpsons? I always skip to the last page of the book to see who did it. The other day I was reading the dictionary. I guess it was the zebra.
Oh, yeah.
There were probably people who did jokes like that, but for 82, 83, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And you could see like Hedberg did it about a year or 10 years later, but it's a similar like style. It's weird that you don't see a lot of comedians do it.
It's hard, man. You gotta fucking.
Well, it's hard, and it's like, yeah, you gotta remember way more shit than like a 5-minute build up.
That's what I did for like the first 6 months.
Yeah, fucking.
Tell us one.
And
Rager.
Damn it!
Rager. Damn it.
I'm a big fan of conspiracy theories. I think they're hiding something on the moon. It's a TV studio where they.
Hey, stupid! Speak up into the mic. I know you're.
Yeah, don't mumble into your knuckles.
Yeah,
I was watching you, but I was enthralled.
I know you're.
I bet when Mitch Hedberg was doing.
I bet they're funny.
I was saying it into the microphone, and then you started talking about that I wasn't saying it into the microphone.
I bet people said, "Hey, Mitch Hedberg, stop fucking hiding behind your hair, glasses, and the microphone."
That's true. I bet they did. Go ahead.
Nope.
And he was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna take 10 more drugs."
Oh man. I'm sorry, Paul. I just couldn't hear you. Mealy mouth fuck.
Moment passed.
Is that what mealy mouth means?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
He doesn't know. He just says stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean I would use that same but there is a point where I'm like, I've used that, but man, I wish there were recordings of arguments I've gotten in with girlfriends I didn't respect. Because it's not like calling them like whore or whatever, but it's just shit like I would throw out like mealy mouth, like stuff where it's just like poetry coming out of an argument where I'm like, what
daughter of Gomorrah.
But like, why are we, not even that though? That's what I mean. It's none of it's coming to like slut, but it would just be like, you're a fucking asshole, and I'd just be like, well, I can't give any. But I was just, what do you? I guess people listening can't tell, but what are you looking at over there?
The score of the baseball game. Sorry, I'm a big baseball fan, guy.
I didn't know that the baseball game was on or not.
Somebody knocking at the door?
I think someone is at the door. We're about at an hour.
Did you just record a straight hour? Do you do any editing?
Yeah.
Like, is me talking right now going to be in this hour?
Yeah, we're still going.
Hey, look, it's Josh Morrow, everybody.
Josh Morrow's
What's going on, Josh? Wow, well, this is really petered out. Rager, damn it!
I don't know.
I gotta burp me a Rager.
What time is it?
What's that?
10.
It's like 10:08, I believe. How long have we been recording for?
We're good.
Think we're good?
Did you see anything?
About, oh, no.
No.
I
I feel like I'm like kind of.
We can have this discussion off the air.
Well, here's the part. Is like when I met him, he was like, "Yeah, I'm like Hunter S. Thompson," but on my own podcast, I'm worried that the fucking DAAs are swarming.
But custody lawyers.
I get. Sorry for pointing, Chris. I get that 100%. But me and DePerna.
I know. I'm just trying not to incriminate my buddy.
How would that be incriminating?
Look, just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm sharing in anything. I don't go to the parties that you guys were talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody likes you.
Well, that party, I don't even know if Josh, you were there. Were you there when Joe Whalen couldn't shit for $20?
Josh, come here.
You might as well fill this out. We started this whole episode with just me talking about Joe Whalen, but I'd love to hear another person factor in on that same story. Just like the new show, Dirk Gently, this episode's going to end where it started.
I was indeed there when Joe Whalen could not shit for $20.
For $20. And then we took it away, so it was like he couldn't shit for 17.
Did the Toxic Avenger cutout make it more funny or less?
It was funny for the first like 10 minutes, but then like we were all just looking at our watches, like what if?
It's like the reality of watching someone trying to whip up a turd.
You can only chant shit, 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 and a bearded frat bro in a randomly placed toilet in a basement, not in a bathroom in a basement.
Yeah,
it's just a toilet in a basement. There's no like framework around it. It was just a shitter under the stairs.
I mean, it worked. The hole went down into something. So
hear the story. The moment that I would have really liked to have seen was like his face immediately after the turd dropped. Because I bet it was just a prideful, like, I did it, you guys.
it wasn't, and that
boy made that $20.
And it wasn't, and that's the thing with Joe. There's never a point where he does what you could do to make something funny or salvageable. Like you're like, oh yeah, you could do that. And he's like, it never occurs to him. He's just like, I'm doing it. I pooped.
I think he just knew he let us all down. He knew there was nothing. He knew there was nothing to celebrate there. It was a solemn occasion. It wasted 20 minutes of a very good party.
Really ruined took the heart of the party out. It's true.
Yeah, wasn't that whole party based around we would do jokes that
would not
nobody,
do on stage,
that we wouldn't do on stage? Did you say that part earlier? That was the whole premise.
I did not.
That was the whole premise of the party.
We were skirting it, but yeah.
Yeah, that was a very interesting night. I'm glad nothing was recorded.
Actually, the whole reason the person I went against on the I Had Hominin Attack show, the only one I was on, was because of that party. You're like, oh, you invited Mike Ivey, so you must be friends with him. And I was like, no, man, I can't just like have a party where like people are probably going to tell some sort of racist-y jokes and not have only white people at it. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, that was before I knew.
That happened, though, right? Or
no, Mike Ivey was there. Okay. Dave was there. Shear was there.
Jeremy Shear brought
He's a member of the nation.
He brought his mom's ashes.
He brought his mom's ashes
in a box and set them on the front of the stage.
Wow, this is now the third human remains. This is the third human cremains.
Yeah.
Let me take one more. The second human cremains and one dog cremains.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
Solid.
I think there was a point on that show where someone said something about being, or no, when someone found it was Zachariah made some comment like, wait, that's really like, or no, that's Jeremy's mom's ashes. I was like, you thought I just had the ashes of some dead Jewish lady? Like, that's real fucked up. And then I have it standing next to me at the show that everyone thinks is racist. It was our friend's mom's ashes.
Yeah, he put it up there at the beginning of the show. It was a little uncomfortable, but it was interesting. Yeah.
What did he?
I'm glad I rounded this whole thing out with the actual details.
Yeah, I don't remember most of it. I just remember yelling at fucking Joe, like, take a shit already, motherfucker.
You might not know this. I didn't find out until the next day. Joe didn't take that money.
He did. I thought you burned it. Didn't you burn some of it?
No, that was on. That was it. No, that was at the benefit for Joe.
It was. I did that too.
No, you did. That's when we started taking the money away.
That's right. Yeah, because he couldn't. We set.
My ride.
I don't think that's me.
Somebody's impatient girlfriend's here. We're all looking at Ryan.
No, yeah, because he set all the money down in front of him or whatever, and he wouldn't take a shit, and it was like bordering on minute 32. So I was like, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to burn it unless you take a shit. And I started lighting it on fire.
Yeah, he was burning singles. That's maybe how it ended up at 17. Cause
how are you?
Pants the entire
time.
Yeah, dude.
This is a toilet in the
But the
middle
toilet
of
was just in the room. That was the most important detail in the whole thing. It wasn't in a bathroom. It was
like
just
next to a washer and
we already went in. I was like, it wasn't like there was a couch and then a toilet in front of it. It was like, it was off, but it was not in a bathroom. There is no door.
Utilitarian toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Joe not taking that money, I felt it's like the only person who wouldn't take that money was like $20 to shit in front of everyone. Sure, and that's a guy who drops trow immediately. It's fine, like Dave England and Jackass. It's just like, well, yeah, I'll do it in the middle of the park. Like nothing. Then that guy forgets the $20. But Joe Whalen's like a hand-to-mouth guy. He fought tooth and nail. He broke a goddamn sweat pushing
Yeah,
that
dude.
fucking Cadbury egg
He
out.
worked harder on that
For that
turd than
17 months.
than he ever did LVT, man.
He worked harder on that turd than he did for anything. He worked.
It's a Yemen's turd. The turd was singing a.
He worked harder on that than just learning to walk.
For the record, I still love Joe Allen.
We already did that too.
for the record,
You want to rip on him,
still
but
love me
it's
some Joe Allen, man.
he's
I got
hard
that
not to
dude's
love.
back no matter what he needs, unless it's money
He's like a lightning
or a
rod.
ride. in
He's
the
like a
opposite
lightning rod,
direction,
but you
all
didn't know
that
there
is.
was lightning around.
Uh-huh.
And then the minute he shows up, it's just like, boom, zing, zing, zing. Only
Yeah,
that lightning's just mean barbs thrown at him.
that's fantastic.
And it'll stand there the whole
That
time.
felt like a
going,
good ending.
"Ah."
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
That'll do pigs.
Yeah, roast battles this weekend.
The Rose Battle, motherfuckers.
The Rose Battle?
Oh, yeah.
The Rose Bowl, you gonna have a parade and shit?
Roast
It's
battle.
Marlon Fears, Mike Dragon, to the death.
I don't know who either of
Is
those
one of them
people
gonna
are.
actually die? Cause I'll pay $5 to see that.
Yeah, I'll fight with my wife about leaving to see that. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I mean, if someone will die or like come close.
They'll come close.
Do you think Mike Dragon will just throw a loaf of cornbread down, distract him?
I
He
love-
do something really like borderline racist-y and like gonna fucking lose the audience. Is gonna be
I'm worried about that.
That's the prediction you guys
I
have?
love that none of you guys have already said
uh,
Mike Dragon's coming and spitting fire.
Oh, no, he's not.
No, yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, no,
You
he
don't know
won't.
him. Like he's. In,
I don't at all. Who's the other guy?
Marlon Fears.
I don't think.
We'll show you some videos after this.
Marlon's
I wanna watch
fantastic. Like not as
You'll fucking love Marlon.
yeah.
Marlon was actually dragged out of the jungle by Forrest Gump once.
Whoa.
Is the jungle a club or?
Who thought?
Oh, he looks like okay.
And cut.
Yeah. That ending, Jesus. He didn't mean it like that, folks.
Bubba.
But
Talking
yes,
about
I know.
Bubba.
I know.
If
Being shot in the ass or something.
if I was gonna give you any producer's notes, I would have been like, he looks like he could name every way you could eat shrimp.
Yeah, that's probably, I guess.
He likes
If you're not
You could have avoided
assuming-
a jungle.
he likes
Yeah.
corn. He likes
Yeah.
cornbread and
Fuck you guys.
foreheads.
You went really in there where I was like, oh, all right.
Fuck off.
That's
I would have avoided it. That's just me.
that's Marlon Fears, man. Cornbread and foreheads.
Yeah.
he loves good.
Oh yeah, we gotta show you this. Video.
All right.
What was you had a really good? Don't spoil it. Your Marlin joke is fine. Do it. At
Oh.
the thing.
All right, bring us home, Chris Paul.
Email the show at adhomattackshow@gmail. Josh, what's your Twitter? Or what do you
Twitter at Dive Bar Megastar.
I like that you skipped over the guy for the guy who jumped in at the end. But yeah, all right.
Okay, well I was gonna come to that last and like make it a
All right, fair enough. No, continue. Ryan? What's your cat's email?
Uma Perman. 32.
Shut the fuck.
It really is.
I honestly, the shut the fuck up. That shut the fuck up was more of like a black guy, like shut the fuck. Like obviously you've got one. Not like I didn't believe it. It was like.
Fair enough.
And then also, what's her name?
Uma Perman.
That's pretty. It's pretty good.
Okay, exactly.
Alright, you pieces of shit, just plug what you want.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you all, you fucking pigs. Eat slop from me. Fuck you. Google my name. Bye.
Google my name. That's what like a piece of trash who no one Googles their name does. It's just Sean Jaundice on all social media. I just had a kid, so not myself, but this lady I've been married to.
Not pulling it out of.
And other than that, I've been concentrating on my regular day job, which is tattooing. But yeah, Sean Jaundice across everything. So,
Alright.
Josh, that was awesome. You came in and sold that because I figured you edited this trash down. I didn't think it was just gonna be us meandering and floundering. So that helped at the end.
It's all meandering.
All right, I'm gonna do more drug.
Peace.
That'll do, pigs.